Final Fantasy X, I'm sure you remember that cheerful blitzball kid lost in Spira, yes? Well, forget about him because today we're switching perspectives. Now you are Jecht, a planet-crushing whale named Sin whose own son shows up with your best friend's daughter to try and kill you. Yeah, family can be rough.
But let's go back a bit. You are the best blitzball player that Zanarkand has ever seen, and stadiums roar your name. Not only do you dominate the sport with your physical prowess, but you have the swagger to match. So let's be honest, you are living as a celebrity. Your lifestyle is about fame, ego and booze. The crowds adore you, the media loves you, and you relish in the hype. But perhaps a little too much, letting it all go to your head. You mock your own son for crying, you drink far too much, you tell yourself that you want to celebrate all your wins and have the right to do so, but deep down you are just trying to distract yourself from that voice that is telling you you are not enough. Your relationship with your wife is strained, you are rarely home, and it gets to the point where Tidus starts to resent you. So on the surface, you convince yourself you don't need anybody. But if you're honest, you're keeping yourself isolated because you're trying to escape your own guilt. The truth of the matter is you don't know how to be a good father. And your hedonistic choices are now even interfering with your blitzball career. Rumours are spreading that you are wanting to retire. That's not true, you try and refute that. But then one day, everything changes. You head out into the ocean for a hardcore training session, but never return. Your eyes open and you wake up in a strange place, into a world that just doesn't seem to make any sense. Where are you? What has happened? You stumble around trying to find some answers. It seems Zanarkand is gone, or perhaps it never existed. The people here do not worship you. In fact, they think you're a little bit crazy. You talk about Zanarkand, they call it a city of the dead. You are treated like a madman, a liar, and a drunk. You try and cause a ruckus, but this only gets you thrown into prison. So as you wallow away your days and nights, you wonder to yourself, is there even a single person in this place that will take you seriously? For a while, it seems not, but then one day, you receive a visitor.
Who are you? You are the one they call Jecht, the man from Zanarkand, are you not?
A calm and devout summoner who introduces himself as Braska. Has he come to mock you? It seems not.
I've come to take you from this place.
He actually listens to you. He doesn't laugh when you speak. He explains to you about Sin and how his dream is to free all of Spira by defeating this monster. Now you realise you are clearly from different worlds, but something about Braska makes you want to trust him. Also, you meet Auron, a young lad who is a travelling companion of Braska.
But I must protest. This drunkard, a guardian?
Hey! You want to step in here and say that?
He seems unsure about you and even calls out your ego. This makes you angry, but let's be honest, deep down it probably proves he's right. Braska asks you to join his pilgrimage and to become his guardian. You can't help but laugh. I mean, you're just a washed up blitzball player, not some holy knight. But you wonder just how long can you keep running from responsibility? How long can you keep chasing after vain glories and applause? But now, perhaps for the first time, you've got a real chance to redeem yourself. And ultimately, what have you actually got to lose? So, you start travelling, walking, lots and lots of walking, blisters, achy feet, but you're still cracking jokes and even Auron manages to crack a smile or two. The more you travel, the more you learn. Braska is very different than you are. He's too good for this world. He does everything he can to help strangers, he's regularly praying for his enemies, and you begin to believe that maybe he can defeat Sin.
So I thought I'd record it all in this. To show to my wife and kid, you know.
This is no pleasure cruise.
So you decide to document your journey by recording into spheres and leaving them behind. Not for yourself, but for your son, Tidus, who maybe will come to this place one day. Braska talks much to you about Yevon, a religious faith dedicated to you, Yevon, a powerful summoner who lived a long time ago. People are inspired and find hope in these teachings, but you are not quite convinced. The basic story is Sin dies, Summoner dies, then Sin comes back again. It just seems like a never-ending cycle, so what's the point? But Braska tells you that it doesn't matter, somebody has to do this, and you don't get it, but you do choose to respect it. But ultimately, deep down, you have a strong suspicion that this path will lead to Braska's death. And are you ready to lose the only true friend you've ever really had? Eventually, you do reach Zanarkand, but this is not the Zanarkand you once knew. You find a ruin, an ancient hollow, and it hits hard. This is what remains of your home. Braska is ready to lay down his life for the final summoning that will defeat Sin. He seems calm, even peaceful. He has long come to terms with his own fate.
If I turn back, who will defeat Sin? Would you have some other summoner and his guardians go through this?
But to summon the final Aeon requires a faith. That is, a soul that will have to be sealed in stone. A sacrifice. Auron offers up himself, but you stop him. Not necessarily to be noble, but Braska, who is already sacrificing his own life, is one friend you will lose. The thought of losing another is not something you even want to contend with.
Fine. Make me the faith. I've been doing some thinking. My dream is back in the other Zanarkand. I wanted to make that runt into a star blitz player. Show him the view from the top, you know. But now I know there's no way home for me. I'm never gonna see him again. My dream's never gonna come true. So make me the faith.
Braska nods. No grand speech is given, just a hand on your shoulder and the unspoken understanding of a true friend.
What? You're not gonna try to stop me too?
Sorry. I mean, thank you.
Braska still has to fight Sin, Auron.
You turn to Auron. Ask him to find a way to the Zanarkand you once knew so that he can watch over Tidus. And then Braska uses you to summon the final Aeon. Together, you defeat Sin. But becoming a faith is agony, and as your body and will crumble together, you feel the remnants of a defeated Sin slither in. But your last thought is clear. You must keep control. Don't let yourself fade. This time, the cycle of Sin must be broken. Meanwhile, the world celebrates and Yevon sings, but nobody realises the full truth, that you are still alive, and now you are Sin. You are Sin, you are destruction. Cities vanish in your path and villages burn. You try to steer it the best you can, but the instincts take over. You are screaming, but nobody hears you. And then your son arrives. Tidus is here, dragged into your punishment. You taunt him. You are preparing him, testing him, but also hurting him. And as you watch Tidus and his friends develop together, you see them grow stronger. He is your son, but you know what must take place. As you once protected Braska, you see now how your own son is protecting Braska's daughter, and the final summoning must happen again. Which means if Tidus is strong enough, you will die at his hand. And he reaches into the heart of Sin. He reaches you. And for a moment, a brief moment, you speak to one another as father and son.
You've really grown.
Yeah, but you're still bigger.
For the first time, you tell him just how proud you are of him and how much love you have for him.
I can't hear the hymn so well anymore. Pretty soon I'm gonna be Sin, completely. I'm glad you're here now.
You really wish you could do more, but that is all you have to give. All that is left is for your own son to end you. The cycle, the punishment, the pain, all of it. Tidus defeats you, and you feel the weight of Sin lift, not just from your shoulders, but from the entire world. You feel around you no more torment, no more screaming. For the first time in years, just silence. Tidus is still here, but you know what he is. A dream of the faith, and with sin removed, the faith can now rest, which means the dream, your son, will vanish. But you have no grief, only pride. Your son surpassed you. He freed Sephiroth from sin, from you, and so you fade. Jecht, sin, the curse, the dream, all is now gone. And maybe, just maybe, you are now rewarded with the freedom you craved for so long.
So guys, what do you think? Was Jecht the villain, twisted by his own pride and ego, or a tragic hero that sacrificed it all? Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this episode, then check out my other video on the story of Final Fantasy VII from Sephiroth's point of view. And of course, remember to subscribe to be notified of future lore videos like this one. And let me know whose perspective you think I should cover next. So until next time, folks, have a good one.